Hey, good morning everybody. John Bergsman here from Holland, Michigan. We're out today on the Black Pearl with Captain Mark Rapson, First Mate Jeremy. Stay tuned, we're doubled up here out of Holland. Well, so it's cameraman day today. This is my normal cameraman who's probably going to move up to an editor position, and Jesse, the guy holding the camera, is probably going to replace Brett. Not in a bad way, in a good way. But so we figured we'd put Brett and his friend Jared on the rods today here out of Holland, Michigan. I'll get out of the way and let Brett have fun. Nice grilling sized lake trout. Perfect reach. All right, good job, Brett. Yeah. So what you see Jared doing a great job of is you see that rod angle. Jesse will show you that rod angle. He's keeping a high tip. He's keeping lots of turning pressure on the fish so that there's always an advance made when available. And just patient, that fish will come to the net. Small king, but I tell you what, when you're just food hunting for the ladies, that right there is good stuff. Good job, Jer.
Hey, thanks, bud.
So Jared just took off. Well, what Jared keeps reeling, Jeremy, the first mate, just took off the Big Mag planer board from offshore. This has got that big alligator front clip, and it's a monster-sized board, and we've got the pinned hard red clip in the back. The reason we use this board today and not our standard OR34 or OR12 is because these are much heavier lengths of copper we're using. We're in midsummer to late summer now, so we're running 250s, 300s, 400s, 450s we've got out. So that much weight behind a board, a standard sized board couldn't handle it, but these big SST mag Pro planers, absolutely no problem. Those boards stay right in a row. When you get hit, they fall back just like the normal offshore board would. It's a great, great investment. If you're a salmon fisherman, you should have two sizes of boards. The Big Mag boards for heavy weights of copper, and when you're running those 75s, 125s, 150, and out even to 200, then you can use a standard board. So I just said to Jeremy the mate, you watch, we haven't even had a hit on a diver. About the time the first diver goes, the bite will be on. 10 seconds later, the second diver goes. We lost it. It was a king, but it ripped so hard it just came off. But that's the way sometimes things go. You'll have a set of rods that just don't you almost wonder why they're in the water, and then all of a sudden, bam, 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 the fish will come up to the zone those rods are fishing in. We're fishing mid-depth with the divers, and yeah, of course we got our 3 Traxstech riggers down deep. Plot of bait right tight to the bottom, and then of course a spread of board rods. Here's gonna hand over hand this. That actually, as Jared shows you, that fish, that actually is a phenomenal eating size for king salmon now. The older ones that are coming up to spawn, those fish are gonna die, obviously, but these juvenile kings that are just out here, these are absolutely phenomenal eating fish. I'll take that all day long when you're fishing for fish for the grill. Good job, guys.
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Angler Quest, built with purpose. Traxtech, the ultimate fishing system. Strike King, tie one on. Garmin.
We all want to keep moving, and we all need fuel to do it. Now, with the revolutionary Flo-Fast system, you can fuel up and keep moving from literally anywhere. Flo-Fast will pump or siphon an amazing 8 gallons per minute, so you can get back to what you do best. To find out more about Flo-Fast, go to flofast.com. Flo-Fast. Fuel up. Keep moving.
This is what you call Brett's gonna be here a while. The bite has started here out of Holland now. Black Pearl runs morning and evening charters, not all the time, of course, because Mark's also a working guy at the hospital, but when you can coax him to come out in an afternoon bite, these afternoon bites in August can be fantastic, because what's happening is these kings are migrating back to current and river sources up and down the western shore of Lake Michigan. So, you know, Holland has got flow coming out of there from Lake Macatawa, and so that's going to draw the kings right to the pier head. And so in August especially, you're going to have a lot of big fish just come and camp themselves within 2, 3, 4 miles of the pier head for sure. And a site like this is not uncommon. As the sun starts to get past in the horizon and starts to work its way in the last 2, 3 hours of the day, the fish start snapping. It's a good looking fish. Unfortunately now it's my turn again, and Brett will still be catching fish. I have a feeling that Brett's fish is going to be one of those we'll catch 2 or 3 fish before he gets that thing in, so.
Getting the arm workout going. Check out the bicep.
So basically, Captain Mark says we're going to horse mine, because if we don't, we're going to end up into Brett's fish. Even though Brett's got 375 or whatever length copper out, the problem is that copper's still sinking, and if this fish comes up towards the surface, gets into his lines, both of these dandies will be gone. Yeah, this is a nice slow burn. I've been instructed to horse this one. So I'm bent over into horse mode.
If you get him 20, you know what I mean? If you get him inside of it, then you can.
I'm definitely inside of him, but how far back I am, I don't know. And that's exactly the problem. Yeah. I'm gonna lift to you, Mark. Yeah! That's a really nice one there. There you go. And Brett, just to That's perfect right there in the Holland sunset. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Mark Rapp's in the Black Pearl Sport Fishing right here out of Holland, Michigan, guys. We've had a crazy good time and the bite's just getting started. After this board comes off, you swing right there. Yay, success! 35 minutes it took Brett to get the board off. I'm not being crazy. We could have a Leviathan here. Stay tuned. Right here, Jess. That was 45 minutes.
I can't feel my left hand.
And I'll tell you what, Jeremy will give us an estimate after he unhooks it, but that is a big one. Well, that's Spin Doctor right there. Drew that 25-pounder in. I just boated an 18-pounder. We boated 3 fish while Brett caught that fish, but 45 minutes of fighting, there's not much you can do. If you want to see big fish, you can't horse them. When they're that big, they're going to do what they want to do. And again, Jeremy and Mark did a phenomenal job. It is not the easiest thing. You can get these fish all the way to the boat and lose them right at the end.
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Kraft, the toughest built aluminum boats, bar none. Dreamweaver, home of the revolutionary Spin Doctor. Lose, feel the difference. WavePro, best ride on the water.
WavePro high-performance boat pedestals eliminate bottoming out and back-jarring impacts. Now available the 2.0 version and slider seat hubs. The best in air shock technology provides a controlled return to keep you on your seat. Fast and easy to install with permanent mounts or movable hubs for quick and easy seat placement in 10 to 16-inch models. WavePro high-performance boat pedestals, best ride on the water. Online at waveproshock.com.
There's your coho.
There's my giant coho. Wow.
You're open.
That's actually a very big coho.
Yes. It's a stud.
So what we got here is a great example of how Mark has completely repowered and re-equipped a charter boat. You know, a lot of guys buy boats used, which is absolutely normal. I mean, there's a lot of boats in the fleet that are from the mid-80s to 2000. That's a really common boat. And a lot of those boats, when you get them now in 2022, 20-some years later, a lot of that equipment starts going bad on you. And so Traxstech is probably one of the premier places that'll actually set your boat up with a nice system. We've got GT100s. These are the down dipsies. And these, with this 13-point leveling system, you can see Jesse's showing you how the down rod and the high diver, so the low diver and the high diver have to be at different angles. Not only are they different rod length, but they have to be at different angles. And so by having that ability to adjust with a really 13-point adjustment system, it really has helped. Of course, you got our full electric downrigger with the jig feature, which is one of my favorite features on the Traxstech downrigger. Down the side, you think was clamp mount these. All of these board rods, we're running 4 coppers a side today, and you can see this is what Mark used to have, but this doesn't offer any adjustment capabilities. And so with the Traxstech, Mark can set these to the exact angle, and these charter captains are very picky about the angles that they put on these rods, and it makes it really, really good. And of course, this is just what came with the boat, got the standard up top for running, and it's not necessary to change those out because there's no real adjustment to them. They're just a straight up peg shoe rod holder to store your rods. But that's a great example of how a guy has completely changed the configuration of his boat and went ahead and got the best in the business, Traxstech.
Wow, made that easy for me. Right.
It's like you wanted to be in the...
It says, I'll call focus.
Not quite as big as the other ones. That's okay. We're in the right direction, though. Captain Mark said, for whatever reason, the westerly troll with the setting sun is not a good direction, and so he forged out to some deep water, turned the boat around, and now we're headed back east at shore. We've got the sun on the behind us, of course. That's exactly what we wanted. I mean, we went an hour to work our way back up here without even a bite. We turned the boat, and within 5 minutes, bam, we had a fish. Beautiful. That right there is perfect size eating. If some of you at home are wondering, you know, are they disappointed with those smaller fish? Absolutely not. The bigger fish are great, and they'll add, you know, 10, 15 pounds of fillets to everybody's bag, but these right here are phenomenal on the grill. I'm sure Brett and his wife and Jared and his wife are going to have some great fish here upcoming this week.
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Offshore Tackle Products, Flo-Fast, world's leading portable fluid transfer system, Drotto, catch and release boat system.
Make loading and unloading your boat easy with the Drotto Catch and Release Automatic Boat Latch. Load with ease. Simply drive on the trailer and the Drotto will automatically latch to your bow eye. A hard plastic liner protects your boat. For launching, back your boat in, pull the release lever, and away you go. For roller or bunk trailers, the Drotto is quick and easy to install and works with most V-hull boats. Spend less time at the landing and more time fishing. The Drotto Catch and Release Automatic Boat Latch. Online at DrottoProducts.com.
Diver fish, either a big coho or a juvenile king. It's nothing huge, but I'm telling you what, I am so excited coming here to Holland in August, last year in July, year before we crushed them in June, a couple years before that in May. Tell you what, if you are looking for an awesome experience on the big water, Holland is a phenomenal port for you to come. And if you're looking for a great time on the water, give my friend Mark Rapson, First Mate Jeremy from the Black Pearl Charters. Call him in advance and you get on a list. He'll find a spot for you, and we're always catching fish here. Oh, that's scared. Uh-oh, you got a good one here. Keep running. Wow. So what we're fishing with primarily today is a spin doctor, and that's a meat rig, and that's been really effective today. We had a hit on a spoon as well, but really it's the meat rigs and divers or downriggers. Seems like the downriggers and the divers and boards are all now in play. For about half of the day, the divers never got a fish, and now all of a sudden the divers are working. The boards have been working all day, and the riggers have been working all day. Another beautiful Holland, Michigan. guys, we're going to show you again. We're just going to reiterate. I mean, this is a monster clean fish, and this is a really good example of how Mark's been moving colors around today. So Jared will grab that fish, hold it up for everybody. We're going to leave that hooked right up. Go ahead and take that, Jared. And what this is you can see right there, it's a blue bubble. This is a blue bubble fly on a blue bubble spin doctor. Really, really nice. And one of the things you want to do is coordinate these colors. When you're running a color here, you want that same coordinated color there, whether it's a meat rig or a spin doctor or a fly, no matter what it is, you want these colors to coordinate. I mean, if you're running Kevin's Girlfriend, run a Pickled Sunshine. If you're running a closer, then run a closer type color that goes with it. But that's the blue bubble right there. That's a great color. And that is a great Holland, Michigan fish. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Let me hold that out. Sucker coming right into the net. What? Go grab a king, boys. That's a big lake. Hey everybody, John Bergsman here from Fisherman's Digest. You see why I come to Holland, Michigan? You see why I fish with Black Pearl charters? Get on out here, have a great time. This whole western Michigan shoreline is covered with beautiful fish. Give Captain Mark a call. Visit the great town of Holland, Michigan with all of its great beaches, downtown area, and awesome restaurants. We'll see you again next week on Fisherman's Digest.
Closed captioning is brought to you by WavePro. Best ride on the water. Online at waveproshock.com.